So guys, I hope I am loud and clear. A very important discussion we are going to have today, which is going to be related to internships. And the idea here is we want to actually focus on learning how we can actually crack internships in 2023. So I will be just checking myself.
Very important.
Okay, awesome. I am loud and clear, and today the setup looks good. So guys, obviously, as the roundabout has, like as we follow along this in this whole journey, in this particular video, if I talk about whatever questions you have, put them in the comment section. I'll make sure you get the answer properly, obviously, because we are live. Secondly, we have an official WhatsApp community. All the descriptions or the details, if I talk about of this particular video, are available in the kind of a bottom section of this particular live session. So I won't waste your time, and let's quickly get started with cracking summer internship of 2023. Why this is important, and we are going to discuss in detail what you can do as a student to actually do this. Now, I will be showing you various steps, if I talk about, which are very important for a very simple reason. Basically, what happens? Students, when they think about going for an internship, they make a lot of mistakes, if I talk about. And when they make a lot of mistakes, what happens? They actually play with their career. So it is better that we actually take it with caution. We apply right steps, if I talk about, and we actually get the most out of this internship. I'm a very big believer of this fact. There is no difference between an IITian and a tier 3 college student. I'm a big believer of this fact. There is no difference between an IITian and a tier 3 college student. The only difference is IITian has more learning knowledge, has a better alumni network, has a better network, if I talk about, which makes him great. Because ultimately, the subjects are same, the topics are same, whatever you're learning is also same, the opportunities are same, country is same. So what's the difference? The difference is network. So let's dig deeper into what we are going to discuss today. So what we will be discussing, first of all, the very important step is importance of summer internship. Now, if you're thinking of it, okay, maybe something I can skip, maybe something which I don't think is right for me, or maybe something I should be not worried. Well, this is what we are going to discuss, the importance of summer internship. And I just want to double check if I am in the right screen right now or not. Okay, I just realized I am not sharing my screen properly, the discussion which we are having right now. Okay, guys, just give me a minute. I just realized I'm not sharing my screen properly. So I will have to make some tweaks right now. Awesome. So just give me a thumbs up if you can see my whole screen, and I hope you can see me draw as well. Quick update, I just want to see if that is possible, if you guys can respond to me. I'm not sure why. Okay, awesome, fine, it's visible. I just wanted to confirm again, this is a new setup, so I'm just doing some experiments, so these kind of hiccups happen. So what we were discussing what we will discuss. So importance of summer internship, why this is important, and why as a student you should not be missing out on this opportunity. Secondly, why to target top companies. Now, majority of the times people go for low hanging fruit. If this is a tree, if I talk about, they go for fruits which are in the ground, or I would say low hanging fruit. We should be going for the top level. So why you should target top companies? I'm not saying that you will get selected in the top companies. What I'm trying to say is you should be targeting top companies. Next, avoid these internships. So what are the red flags, if I talk about, related to internships which you should be avoiding? What are the red flags you should be avoiding for the internships? Then remote internship. Should you opt for remote internship or not? Because basically what happens, the industry is saying remote internships are amazing. A lot of students are struggling. So I want to just focus on this important aspect of remote internship. Is it good or not? Then finally, best strategy to get selected. Now here what I have done, I have actually done a thorough research, if I may, and I have discussed with the various industry experts to actually find out what are the best, or I would say right strategies. So if you are a student who has no idea how to apply for an internship or how to actually get selected or shortlisted among the people who are already great at it, this is the right slide for you. So let's quickly get started with what is the importance of internship. I'm a big believer of internship, and this is a very simple definition I have given for you guys. Helps you learn about professional world which is usually not there in college or trainings. So what happens in a college, you are sitting in front of a board and they are saying 2 plus 2 equals to 4 and 4 plus 4 equals to 8 and 2 minus 1 equals to 1. This is what is happening in college. In an internship, they will ask you question. In an internship, you get scenario like this: 15 minus 7.2. What is this? Sometimes they will ask you 15 divided by 192 multiplied by 78. What is this? A scenario which you have never heard of, you only understand but you have never heard of. This is what is going to happen in an internship. So why this is important? Because you learn a lot of things. You learn a lot of things. So please make sure one thing, which is very simple, is if you are thinking that you can actually skip this internship part, if I may, I would say it is very, very childish, if I may, from you to actually act on this. Please make sure that you are applying for internship, because if you're not going to apply for internship, you are not going to learn about the world, the professional world, if I talk about, and if you're not going to learn about the professional world, that is going to be a bit difficult for you. And I just realized my mobile phone is dying. Awesome. So now the second thing which I wanted to discuss, why you should be targeting top companies. So first of all, please make sure it is very hard to get selected. Now, you may say that, Avinash, why we are discussing this point? Like, if it is hard to get selected, I understand this. Why should I be targeting top companies? Well, since the selection criteria is hard, your target will be higher. I'll give you an example. Let's say if you have to run a race of 100 meter and someone has completed this race under 9.84 seconds. And if you're going to target this person, actually Usain Bolt has the world record. I don't recall that figure right now, so that is why I don't want to misquote anything. So if you're going to target this, at least you will fall near to that. At least you will fall near to that. So like it could be 10.24. This is a very good score. Total, if I talk about of this 100 meter race, but try to understand one thing. You will fall near to that. But let's say if someone has completed a 100 meter race in, let's say, 170 seconds, a very, very big number if I talk about, almost 3 minutes. So if you're going to compete with them, you will, what is the best you can do? You can do 150. You will say, okay, fine, I have done 150 and I'm satisfied with that. So please try to understand one thing. If you're going to compete against the top, you will, your learning will be at the top level, and you will actually gain more knowledge compared to competing at the very bottom. Second, if you get selected, you have a very good exposure. You cannot purchase this exposure. Nobody can do it for you. So please try to understand one thing. If you're going to target top companies, you are going to get immense amount of great exposure. If I talk about, I've written good. You're going to get great amount of exposure for a very simple reason. You cannot, nobody can buy that. No certificate can actually hold the value of a great, or I would say good exposure. Third, high learning potential. Imagine you got selected at Meta. Your task is to actually make a data model, if I talk about, or maybe machine learning model for 1, or I would say 2 billion users. Just imagine the kind of learning you will have. Just imagine the kind of learning you will have. So there is a huge potential of learning which cannot be mimicked by any internship, I'll be very honest. And finally, easy to get pre-placement offer. If you're working at Meta as an intern for let's say 6 months, your probability of getting a pre-placement offer from the same company increases, because obviously company would like to absorb someone who has already worked in their infrastructure. It does not happen every single time, but yes, it does happen with a lot of students. So it is a very, very important point. What is the reason you want to do internship? You want to get a job. If that is the goal, why not go for big companies? Why not go for big companies and actually make it a killing? Fine, let's move to the next slide, and which is avoid these internships. Now, if you're very serious about it, I would say that you should be watching this live session right now. But if you're not feeling serious about it and you feel like, nah, internship, something does not feel like good for me, what should I be doing? It's not going to work out. So if that's the case, please go away. I don't want fake audience, or I would say vague audience, who are not serious about their career. This channel is only for people who are serious about their career and they have a great aim of doing something great. So first of all, do not go for internships which are irrelevant to your profile, or I would say not relevant to your profile. What do you want to do? I want to become a Python developer. What I'm doing right now, I am doing an internship of content writing. I want to become a web developer, and I'm doing internship of what should I say, a video or maybe anchor. I'm not saying these internships are bad, but they're not relevant for you. You will never find a BBA student doing an internship of web development. There are exceptions. I'm not saying that they never do that, but it's very rare. It's very rare unless they want to actually go into tech. So do not do internships which are not at all related to your profile. Secondly, avoid sales or marketing based internship. Again, this is kind of similar to what I've mentioned in the first point, not relevant to your profile, for a very simple reason. What happens? A student does not get an internship at a big company, so he goes for a smaller companies. Now he does not get selected in the smaller companies, and he is now looking at his peers who are doing some internship, and now he's worried, okay, if I'll not have the internship certificate, it's going to be game over for me. No company is going to hire me. I'm going to go into depression and different stuff. Please get rid of this mentality. Do not go for internships which are not relevant for you, or the internships which have nothing to do with your future career aim or dream. Why? Because if you're going to do that, you are actually hurting your future or hurting your future self. If you're going to, I'll give you a reason behind that also. Currently, what students think, I want to get a job. Now to get a job, I need a degree. I'm not going to question on this. Then to prove that I have learned, I have to showcase that I have an internship certificate. That, okay, I have done internship, that means I'm a good student. But the problem here is, the certificate is just a piece of paper. What you have done in this internship is very important. So what you will do, you will say, okay, what do you want to do? I want to become a full stack web developer. Okay, what kind of an internship you have done? I have pay. Watching me right now, please, whatever questions you have, please put them in the comments section so I can answer those queries as well during this live session as well. So internships where you have to pay. So please avoid these internships as well. And I have selected yeah. The final point is, which is kind of a debatable point, unpaid internship, and that is why I have put a question mark. Now, everywhere, wherever you are going to go, companies are going to say, don't go for unpaid internship. Don't go for unpaid internship. That is something which they will say. So what happens? Students try to go for an internship, because see, once you are saying that you should not go for an unpaid internship, what students start to do? Okay, I want 14K. I want 15K as a monthly stipend. Big companies do pay this kind of a stipend. They also pay around 30K as a stipend. But smaller companies, if I talk about, they usually don't pay this kind of a stipend. Sometimes even I have seen companies paying 3K stipend, sometimes 5K stipend. So you start to think, okay, this is not right for me. When we talk about unpaid internship, you should be asking this question, where I am doing this unpaid internship. The company is big. If the answer is yes, you may think of it. If the learning is great, you may think of it. Or if you seriously want an internship, the mentor there is very great and you cannot skip this opportunity, then you may think of doing unpaid internship. I'm not saying that you should be doing unpaid internship. This is case to case, but I would recommend that when you have an option of unpaid internship and you don't have anything in front of you, you should think about it, what you will get out of it, if that is an unpaid internship. Secondly, never go to an employer when they ask you what kind of a stipend you're expecting. Do not say I'm not expecting anything, because if you're going to say this, they're going to assume that you don't have confidence in your skills. If you're going to say I'm not expecting anything out of this internship, that is a very big red flag. You should be saying that since I'm a beginner, I'm learning a lot of things, so this is what I'm expecting from this internship. This is what I'm expecting from this internship, and give your reason behind that. And if they ask you questions like, let's say, why you need 14K for this internship, so do not say that I deserve. Show them the reason behind that. So the reason could be, I have to pay this rent, I have to pay for commute, I have to pay for internet, I have to pay for laptop or maybe something like that, and let's say remaining 2K is remaining, so that I'll use it to save to purchase something which I like. Give them a detailed quote like why you're expecting this kind of an internship, stipend if I talk about, compared to anything else. Do not say you're not expecting anything, because once you say that, people assume that you don't have the skill set and they start to think, should we be hiring you or not? Fine, let's move forward. Should you go for an internship or not? Should you go for an internship or not? And let me actually do one thing. Let me put a marker here, because this is where the camera is, and what happens sometimes things are not visible. So I write a lot of things, so it's not visible in that scenario. Now, should you be going for a remote internship? The question is very important. A majority of the times I don't know how to put it. Remote internships are good. I'm not saying that. But if you're a kind of a person who wants to enjoy while working, want to have some team sessions together, then nothing can beat office internship, or I would say in-office internship. Because in remote internship, what happens? You are literally isolated. For you, that internship is just a laptop in front of you. And once that laptop is over, you are back at your home. But what happens in the office internship, that you go to your office, you meet new people, you are able to understand, okay, what is happening and how things happen and how to act in a professional world, not just related to internship, but how to talk to senior, how to respond to your colleagues, or maybe how to respond to some problems which you have just faced. So you get the understanding, you learn a lot of things. So remote internships, I would recommend that you should be going for. But if you are a kind of a person, like if I talk about myself, I cannot sit at home. It's very difficult for me. I feel very isolated. So what I do, I actually prefer going to office, meeting people, going out and learning a lot of things related to people and maybe learning from them. For me, if I have to prefer a face-to-face meeting or maybe a Zoom call, I would prefer a face-to-face meeting, because this is where I feel comfortable. That does not mean that you should be doing the same thing. So if we talk about remote internship, yes, if you feel like that it is good and you can remain, or like if you feel like that the culture of the company is great there, go for it. Fine. Now let's talk about the strategies. Now you can take a screenshot of this particular slide if you want. I want to emphasize on a very important topic, which is these strategies are supposed to be followed, not just learned. Okay, so you should be actually taking action there. So let's talk about the very first strategy. They will ask you a question like, what can you do? So instead of telling them, show them the portfolio. Instead of telling them what you can do, show them the portfolio. Virat Kohli does not have to say what kind of a cricketer he is. Is he an average batsman, great batsman, or worst batsman? He does not have to tell anybody. He just have to show his stats. What is the proof? Virat Kohli has Google, you have GitHub. Virat Kohli has Google, you have GitHub. So use GitHub to actually showcase that this is your portfolio and this is what you can do and this is the proof of it. Do not just say, believe me. Third thing is your resume. So keep your resume updated. Whatever certifications you have done, whatever competitions you have won, whatever achievements you have done, whatever projects you have done, everything should be on your resume. It should not be like, okay, what kind of a projects you have done? So I have done this project and I have done this project. Okay, I have done this project also. Where it is? Actually, it is not in my resume. Don't do that. Your resume should be updated because it is going to speak far more and far better compared to what you will speak in an interview. Then, can I see your LinkedIn? So please keep your LinkedIn updated. It's going to be keep your LinkedIn updated for a very simple reason. Majority of the times employer wants to see if you are serious about the professional world or not. If they are going to ask for your Instagram account or maybe Facebook account, Snapchat account, you can say no, these are my personal. But if they ask you for a LinkedIn account, please show them and make your LinkedIn account as if you're actually ready to be get hired. Next point is, majority of the time students make this excuse, no good internships are in my city. Shift to metro cities. If you have your uncle and aunt living in a metro city, move with them for at least a month or 2 or maybe 6 months. If not possible, there are so many PGs which are available, go there. Shift to a metro city because you will be learning a lot about the professional world when you will be away from your home compared to learning from your home. So please make sure you are actually leveraging the metro cities. This is a very important point I want to emphasize, that if you feel like that you are missing out a lot of fun, shift to a metro city. You will enjoy a lot and you will learn a lot. Next point is, ask your seniors. This is a very, very good strategy. Instead of doing everything on your own, watching me on YouTube, go to your seniors and ask them questions like, hey, I'm looking for an internship. What should I be doing? What is the strategy? What you have done? Please tell me. I had a buddy. If I talk about my college, we were not aware of internship. So I was part of Microsoft Student Partner, and there I had a person who applied for an internship, and I believe he got an internship in a very big company. I believe it was Disney. So even I got excited. Okay, what is internship? So I went to Google and I searched for internship. I was not aware what is an internship. Unfortunately, I got an internship in a company, I believe. I'm not sure if I got the, I didn't get the internship. Fine. Yeah. So I didn't get the first internship where I applied. But the thing is, I learned a lot through him. So it is better that you ask your seniors. He was not my senior. He was actually my colleague. So it is better that we ask them. And finally, connect with placement cell and ask for internship opportunity. Placement cell can be a very good point for you to get started because they are already connected to various HRs, and their email address is hammered with various jobs and internship opportunities. So it is recommended that you actually go to these your placement cell and ask for the internship opportunities, because if you can ask the internship opportunity, you will get a lot of exposure through your placement cell, because they can connect you with the right person. They can connect you with the right person without doing a lot of things. So I would recommend that you follow these strategies. Because if you're going to follow along, you will learn a lot, you will excel a lot, and you will gain great amount of exposure which nobody can do it for you. So with this, I would say I would recommend that you guys follow along with these strategies and use these strategies to actually gain some internship. If you have questions related to internship, please post them in the comment section. I'll make sure that it gets answered. We have an official WhatsApp community for our channel, so go and join the community where we are interacting with you every single day to make sure that we are providing you right set of skills, right set of opportunities, and right set of learnings. So leverage this WhatsApp community, learn from us, learn from the community, learn from each other what amazing thing people are doing. So go check the link which is available in the description of this particular video, and you will be able to enjoy a lot of things. And with this, I would recommend, I would wish you best of luck for this internship season. If I talk about summer internship 2023, and if any time you feel like that you are getting disheartened, if any time you feel like that you won't be able to make it, if any time you feel like less comfortable, come to our channel. I'll make sure that you are not feeling that disheartened. So with this, guys, I would recommend that you follow the strategies which we have discussed, and I will see you in the next time. So with this, thank you for watching, and I will see you